What's up, my block buddies? And that's my new term for you guys, my fans, awesome guys. Welcome to Blocked Content. Today I have something very interesting to share because NX is coming closer. The Nintendo NX, Nintendo's new console. The announcement is getting very close. We can all feel it in the air. There's something about these days that just says, man, Nintendo's being awfully quiet. They got the 3DS news out of the way with that Direct. I think something might be happening. There have been rumors all over that it might be this month, that it might not be this month, that it might be this week, that it might be tomorrow. And now we have some sort of hints, some sort of secrets coming out in, a couple of different sources. So I've kind of compiled them all for you guys so we can do some sort of treasure hunting. But I think I've got the exact answer, and you'll hear that in a minute. First, let's check out some tweets that I actually found from a guy called Kevin Pereira. And now he has his Twitter is @attack, and it's basically a show on Twitch, which is a lot like Attack of the Show, but of course without the original cast in it. And he actually tweets quite a lot of things that people kind of seem to have some sort of secret message hidden in. And let's just look at this tweet. It says, Kevin Pereira, verified on Twitter, it says, "Gamers, I have nothing to explain. Now everyone, will you please stop? Unrelated. Tomorrow is just another day. Kisses." So this guy might be attending some sort of event soon, might have had an email about some sort of invitation to a Nintendo event, because if you look at the capital letters in this post, you'll start to notice some weird pattern. So now it says NX news tomorrow. So is this a coincidence or is it not? Is he toying with us or is he not? I don't really know, but this seems like the perfect way to be that video game journalist that does get the word out there before the word is out there. It's not necessarily illegal to do this. You are under sort of oath to not talk about these things when you're a video game journalist until you're allowed to say it, of course, and it's kind of like that with movies as well. But this guy seems to have found like a sort of way to give us this leaked message. If this is true, if the NX is getting unveiled tomorrow, it will shake everything. Nintendo will not have made an announcement beforehand, like next week is the big day. It will be something gigantic that we won't see coming, and it will just be there. And, NX news tomorrow. What does news mean, right? Will it be like a Nintendo Direct? Will it be a live event that we can follow, much like a Twitch thing? Or will it be something else entirely, like a press statement or something very simple? Will it be an announcement for an announcement even? That's what people are starting to think with these tweets. There's also something of a different tweet that we're looking at here. Kevin Pereira says, "Maybe overreacting buries important leads, everyone. Console yourself. The wait is likely worth it. Naysayers don't belong." And again, we should look at the capital letters in this post because something is hidden. If you look at the capital letters in this post, you'll start to see mobile 2-in-1. And so even console is, of course, all caps. So it says mobile console 2-in-1. And there's been rumors, and we talked about this in our top 10 NX predictions video, there have been rumors that the NX, of course, is a console and a handheld in one. This tweet seems to sort of confirm that fact by saying it is a mobile console, a console you can take with you on the go. So maybe it will be a controller with a screen in it, and it's 2-in-1. But maybe this tweet made me think, so maybe it's a mobile console. So maybe the screen is the console, right? Maybe the screen is just everything there is. It's just you take that with you on the go, and that is the entire package you get. But what would 2-in-1 mean? That would probably mean that it is still a console at heart, but a mobile console. And I don't think it will be mobile like a smartphone mobile. I think it will just be, you can take it on the road with you. But still, this tweet, and if this is true, and if he is not playing with us, which I don't think he is, I think legitimately that this guy's trying to find a loophole where we can all have this information, and he can be that guy. He can be the guy that totally, gets the word out there, and that must feel good for him. Okay, and it's awesome because we can make videos about it like this one. But thinking about the mobile, mobile console 2-in-1, what does it truly mean? Well, let's find out some more because there have actually been some other sources posting very, very similar things like a guy called Tony, and his Twitter is at Tony Tony Codria, and he actually tweeted this picture that supposedly Kevin Pereira posted, and it says, the calm before the storm, and this picture just shows something very, very scary. This is a hall that is empty with a Nintendo sign straight up there. We don't know what it means. The calm before the storm, it's a laptop that has the red Nintendo logo on it, or at least the white logo with the red background, the classic one, and it's a Snapchat, of course. What could this mean? Could this be before everyone enters this little stage and Reggie comes on the stage and announces the new console, or Shigeru Miyamoto, or maybe the other guys as well? I'm very curious that this could actually be true, because where would the source be from? There has to be some sort of event for journalists. There has to be some sort of thing that at least is happening tomorrow. And if it is not the reveal, then it is an announcement for the reveal, and maybe some information about things that we got before, like Super Mario Run, the new mobile game that is coming out for iPhones very soon. But I don't think so. I think that that even that, phrasing, the calm before the storm, I think this phrasing is chosen very deliberately, because I think the storm that he's probably referring to is, of course, the Nintendo NX. This is the thing that we've been waiting for so many months, maybe even years. And what is happening with this post is he's saying, it is almost coming, guys. Get ready, because it's going to shake everything that you know. And if this is indeed true, then, he might actually be getting in a lot of trouble before posting these kinds of things, like the tweets that have buried messages in them. So something else that I found is tweets from this person called Nikki, at NWPlayer123 on Twitter, who actually has some sort of developer release and somehow can view Nintendo's files. In these tweets, this person is posting about a couple of different things, including this very interesting tweet where Nikki says, "I am not under NX NDA, so I can say whatever I want." This is a little troubling to read, because that is not necessarily true. If you are not under an NDA, it will probably still mean you can get sued by Nintendo. It just means that it will be a little bit harder. But for sure, this is some troubling stuff to post online, because I don't really think it works this way. But there are some files, and this person is replying and saying, probably, where did you get this? From someone who has access to the NX docs and tools on Nintendo's dev site, and I confirmed it myself. So Nikki has some information about the NX toolkit, about the documents, and these documents within Nintendo are of course used to hold files for presentations, to hold files for different things, for on the website, for pages and stuff like that, for social media. And it seems that Nikki has taken a little look at the NX documents. So in other tweets, Nikki actually talks about what this person can actually see of these files, and says, I can access the 3DS/Wii U portion and the tool updates they posted lineup. So, I'm fairly certain, just don't have NX access. So, the access to the actual NX news that we so crave, that's kind of out of reach for Nikki at this moment. But there will probably be 3DS and Wii U news, and if Nintendo is smart, they will do that. They won't reinforce that the NX will totally wipe the slate clean, and they won't do anything for Wii U anymore, they won't do anything for 3DS anymore. If anything, still having access to these files, to the 3DS and Wii U, means that there are 3DS and Wii U files for the next upcoming Nintendo announcement, which would be totally crazy. What if Nintendo showed this NX, showed the amazing new potential of a new console, but still announced a killer game for both the 3DS and the Wii U? That would certainly reinforce what they've been saying all along, and that was that the Nintendo NX, or whatever it will be called, will not replace this Nintendo 3DS handheld with the 2 screens, and Wii U, the console that you play with an asymmetrical controller that is the Nintendo's main home console at this point. All of this is very interesting because it probably means that Nintendo is gearing up for more reveals than just the NX. If there is still a killer app game coming to the Wii U, then I really want to know what it is. You know, the simple choice certainly goes to Skyward Sword HD, something like that, something that could be easily made, something that could be quickly pushed out by Nintendo that they've already been working on for a while. Maybe even Pikmin 4, something like that still runs on the same engine of something that they've made this far. I don't think it will be a mainline Mario game like a sequel to 3D World. I think they're saving all of that work up for something on the NX. But I think it's very smart of Nintendo to push something out for the Wii U at this same event. And, you know, to just give players and people who bought the Wii U that are thinking, man, I can basically sell this thing right now because the NX is coming. Everything that I want is on that console, and everything that is coming up for the Wii U now, you know, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is the biggest example, of course, is coming out for the NX. So why should I buy it for Wii U? Why should I still own a Wii U in my house? Well, it is because Nintendo might be gearing up for a very cool reveal for the Wii U still. So I don't think it will be something like Metroid Prime 4. I don't think it will be a gigantic game, but I think it will be enough to convince people that they're still supporting Wii U, and of course they're still supporting 3DS. There's already a ton of good content coming out, even next year, because the Nintendo Direct of the 3DS talked about that at length. There are so many games coming out for that system that Nintendo is wanting to give us that support, that feeling of, hey man, I know it's looking like this new console will take over everything, but there is this game coming out for the Wii U. So Nikki has probably seen what this might be, but is not talking about it. And I think that's very clever to not talk about this at this moment, because that could cause some trouble at this moment. Now we look at another tweet from Nikki, and a couple of tweets actually that she replied to different people, because people are, of course, you know, latching on to this idea that this person has some inside information. So very smart, because everyone could be getting the headline if Nikki says the right things. Nikki at Twitter says, I'd hope the screen takes up most of the base, because it's thick enough to house everything. Controller sides back are the grip space for it. So let's look at this tweet more closely, because what Nikki is actually saying is that she doesn't actually know, or he doesn't actually know, what the controller looks like. The screen is probably referring to the controller of the NX, in hopes that it doesn't take up most of the base, because it's reportedly thick enough to house everything. The controller, the sides and the back of the controller are the grip space for it. So yeah, it needs enough buttons to still be able to do all the cool stuff that we want to do in our games. In the other tweet, Nikki says, looks like identical side panels, one circle pad and one D-pad times 2. So it kind of looks like this controller is very similar to like a blend between the 3DS and the Wii U gamepad controller. So circle pads are mentioned. These are, of course, the pads on the Nintendo 3DS. I don't like these as much as I do the normal control sticks. The control sticks always work very well and feel very satisfying in games like Super Smash Bros. But having these circle pads would certainly make sense, because Nintendo has not changed these designs on the 3DS system, even though it kept evolving, and we now have the new 3DS XL, among other very cool versions of that system. And so Marco Presta at, MPL90 says, you know, hey, no pics you can share, I assume. He just wants to have this first look at it. And Nikki replies saying, nope, just things I've heard and put together. So this might argue the fact that Nikki doesn't actually has seen anything inside the files, but has talked to the people who have these things and can talk about it, because Nikki, of course, thinks that that this person can't talk about these things. Also, a very important tweet by Nikki is saying, it's almost guaranteed running ARM as I expected. So a little bit of digging and a little bit of information about this ARM is very importantly showing some information that we might really, really need. what ARM basically means is that running on ARM means graphics not even close to reaching the PlayStation 4 or Xbox are possible. So it's graphics that will be upgraded, but it still won't reach the potential that PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One have. Those two systems are going to be outdated as well by the time, the Scorpio from Xbox and the PlayStation 4 Pro come out. But if we are specifically talking graphics, it doesn't mean that the NX will be a generation behind again, something like the Wii U kind of was, and something like the Wii definitely was, but it will mean it's on course to be 2 generations behind. So that will be something of a bummer, but the good news here is that running on ARM does mean that backwards compatibility is possible with this system. And it's kind of close to the Vita, the PlayStation Vita that was announced. So I am very curious what all of this means, all of these secrets, all of these special, teases and announcements. I for sure think that some of this information seems very out there, especially the Nikki stuff, especially the files that supposedly have been seen or have not been seen. But I do think that these tweets taken by Kevin or posted by Kevin are so interesting, and there must be some truth behind these things. I don't think this is just a thing out of the blue, and multiple people are saying tomorrow is the NX reveal. So if so many people are latching onto this idea, or so many people are posting about it, will it actually be the truth, or are people just playing this larger game? I think that it has always been very close at this specific time, so I would not be that surprised if tomorrow was the day that we hear some NX news. But at the same time, this could all be a big hoax. This could all be to get me to talk about it, to get other people to talk about it. That would be fine. It happens a lot in this business, but I think there is truth to it. I really, really hope that the NX gets announced soon, because we can put to rest all these different ideas that everyone has had, the rumors, the talk, the good, the bad. I just want to see this system. I want to be blown away by a promise of a new Nintendo. I want to be blown away by game footage. I want to see the new games that I'm going to be playing on this system come next year. I want to know, what is up ahead after, this drought of the Wii U. I just want to know what is out there that I can look forward to, and I want to know how Nintendo is managing its IP. Where is Mario headed? What is his next adventure? How does, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild differ on this console? What is different? Why should I buy this one instead of the Wii U one, or why should I buy maybe both? Where is the Metroid series headed? Are they going to continue Prime? And if they will, they have to do it on that system. And is Pokemon coming to the Nintendo NX? Certainly, all these things seem so very close at this moment, and I just can't wait to, start up some sort of stream or wait that out and be able to check out the NX news, because it is close and you can feel it in the air. At that moment that it comes, I will for sure make videos about it. I will for sure have some discussions with my friends. I will for sure post everything that I know on the Twitter page. And if you are not following Blocked Content at this moment, you can check out our Twitter at Squared Things, where every time there's new news on Nintendo, on NX news, you can just check us out. You can just follow us, and the news will be directly in your feed, because we are nice like that. I want to thank you guys to check out, Blocked Content and all our videos being awesome. We also have a Facebook page. It's at Squared Things. We don't do a lot with it at this moment, but I think we will in the future as our subscribers are growing, which I'm very happy about. Every day I wake up, there is a new number instead of the older number. I'm very happy that you guys like what we do at this channel. I know that some of you guys have been wanting some new VoiceOver Friday videos. I have to say the season is over, so you gotta have to wait until next season starts. I think at this moment it's just the season of Nintendo. It's the season of NX, and the news is coming in fast. The news is coming, we know that. So we have to report on what is relevant. We have to report on what is going on, and you guys are craving for this console. So am I, and we need to report on it. We need to take apart every single detail that comes in. And, with these tweets, I had to share this with you guys, because maybe you guys can dig around for me. Maybe you guys, find your own secrets that I can make the next video about. Maybe at that time the NX will already be announced, I just want to know, what do you guys think of all these mysterious tweets. What do you guys hope that the Nintendo NX will be? When do you guys think that it will be announced? And once it is announced, we can look back at this video. We'll probably laugh quite a bit. Let's do that together. Thank you guys for checking out Block Content. Please hit that subscribe button and become part of our awesome family. And I will see you guys next time there's more NX news. Bye bye.